right. We'll see if I'm on live or not. Okay. Hey, everyone in Empowered Servant Leaders. I have been tasked in oil games. So I'm in oil games right now. I'm in Diamond Dash, and I have been tasked to, one task that they gave us this week was we have to find 72 new contacts over the next 6 weeks. 72, right? And as you all know, that has been one of my struggles in this business is getting new contacts, because I have great people on my team who are just really outgoing, talk to anyone. And that was a challenge for me, which is why I joined BNI, was to be able to get some contacts and start getting referrals and things like that. Well, another thing that we've been challenged with is doing studies. Okay. So we've all heard of these studies that Elise has, right? And we may not know what's involved and really haven't gotten to that point yet. And if you're already feeling overwhelmed, maybe just like put a little line in your head or a little file folder in your head that says studies. Let me come back to that later when I have the capacity to be able to learn that, okay? Or maybe you're in the same boat that I am and you're looking to find a way to be able to connect with people that doesn't seem like you're out to get something from them, that's truly about serving them. And that is the heart that I've always had with Doterra. And that is what made it easier for me to be able to reach out to people when I'm able to do that. And I think I've kind of come up with a strategy to be able to do that, especially with these 72 contacts. Like we had to literally like type in under Elise telling us like, you have to type this in under here and say that you commit. And I committed to it. And then I'm like, okay, now where do I go from here? Well, then today it was all about these studies. And so I'm going to go through a little presentation regarding studies and how to do them. And again, if this is not in your capacity right now, shut this video off, come back to it another day, another time. But then some of you I know are in the same boat that I am, where you're like, oh my gosh, how can I get people to sample and what can I do and how can I do it? And I think this is really going to be helpful for you. So let me share my screen. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna have to kind of shift a little bit so that I'm not turning my head sideways the whole time. Okay, so essential oils, this is our studies overview. This is for my focus is new customers. Okay, so those are the people that I say that we focus on if we're going to do these studies. Can we do them for new builders and new LRPs? Absolutely, but that is not my focus right now. So I just want to make sure that I'm on live in the moment. Let's see if it's going to show up. Okay, it is. All right. So, so this is the studies overview is what I'm going to go through with you. All right. And I think it's a scroll up. Oh, there we go. Okay. So why launch an oil study? You can choose to focus on, again, new enrollments, increasing retention, finding builders. Oil studies provide a fun, easy, rewarding way for you and your team to do all three. So teams have used oil studies to find over 75 new builders in a month and enroll hundreds of people when there have been no enrollments and engage in inactive customers. The rest of the guide will walk you through all of the important steps and keys to maximizing engagement and results. Okay, great. I'm gonna see if I can do this better. Nope, sorry, I have to use my thing. So why launch an oil study? So at the heart of everything we do is our love to empower others and see their lives change. And like I said, that was a struggle for me. Like, okay, how am I going to come up with 72 contacts? For my strengths, it's really me having to relate with people and having that relationship with them. And so it was important for me to find a way to be able to do this without just saying, hey, do you want to sample? Hey, do you want to sample? Right. And so this is kind of why I am going to step into doing some of these studies. So so there's some great testimonials on here. Like, I haven't slept well. This is my life. I'm falling asleep and staying asleep. These are all people who have been a part of the studies. No knee pain today, ankle pain improving, feeling excited. I love this stuff. I'll buying a full set once the study is over. So there's a systematic approach when we do these studies to, it's all in, like with these sampling and things like that. But we're being very specific with people. And if we do this the right way, we will have some really great results. Okay. So 5 parts of a successful oil study are: step 1 is plan and announce. So right now I'm in the planning stages and the announcing stages. Step 2 is explain and invite. Step 3, pre-study orientation. Step 4, the study. And then step 5 is the post-study event. Okay, now if I've learned anything from Elise and her system is that we do the system the way that she has said, right? And what works. And this PowerPoint and all of this information is somebody that Elise recommends us to use. And I think this used to be paid for stuff, and he's doing it for free right now. So step one, plan and announce. Give yourself enough time. So I'm looking at possibly like the beginning of July, maybe, July 1st we get started, which is a Wednesday. And I kind of like starting on Wednesdays because we can get all the pre-stuff done the first 2 days. And we're going to go through kind of what that is. Number 2 is to make personal invitations to you guys. And I want to talk to you about, like, that's why I'm going through this, is that I want you guys to kind of see the vision that I have for this. And really, it's everything that's done for us. But we do need the participation of other leaders if you guys want to participate in this with doing maybe one video or, sharing some information on Facebook and things like that. And determine the oil studies you would like to offer. So there's 4 that are included in this grouping. It's sleep, pain, stress, digestive. Now you can have people in all 4 of those studies in our study group. So there'll be a separate Facebook group, which I don't know if that goes through this, but there will be one that will be for just the study participants. And then we'll schedule a kickoff Zoom to explain what's going to take place and then what you guys need to do. Okay. So when we plan, this is kind of a calendar of events. We plan, announce, and then we're starting to get in touch with people, maybe sending the samples to everybody, and then we get started here. And then ours is going to be, we're going to start with the intro, and then it'll be like a 5 days of samples that we give them to use. Okay. And then we have a finish. Okay. And we'll go through what all of that is. So we want to plan it all and then announce it. Step 2 is invite. It does matter who you invite. One of the mistakes that people make is they invite anyone who they think will say yes. Inviting to participate in a free study where you give them product is easy to get people to say yes to. But if you want to have the best results, consider these things. So if you want to find new potential builders, consider the 6 qualities that most builders have and invite people who have some of those. This doesn't mean that someone has to have all these because almost no one does, but just some things to think about. You want it female or male with a health and wellness network, like health and wellness, have a financial need, entrepreneur-minded, a supportive spouse, motivated person are in the age group you want to target. Pick up the phone and call them. The most effective invitations are made on the phone. You can text people, but you'll always have a better participates when you talk on the phone. So here I am again thinking like, okay, well, where am I going to find these people? So I'm in that networking group, and I actually had asked today, that was my ask, because I get to ask for something every week. My ask was, I'm like, hey, I am looking, I'm in a challenge right now where I have to sample 72 people. So if you know anyone who's dealing with those different issues, I would love for you to introduce me to them personally, whether it's through an email or over the phone, and that you would edify me. I'm coaching them to edify me to that person so they will actually talk to me. I've had people give me names and phone numbers and they don't ever get back with me. So there has to be some way for them to connect you with that person. So you guys can go, if you have current customers, you can go to your current customers and ask them, who do they know who has these things going on? And there's some scripts in here as well. And get creative with inviting. So maybe there's a social media influencer that you follow that you have been wanting to reach out to learn about oils. This would be a great opportunity to invite them. You could use like the voice recorder through Messenger to so they can hear your voice. Because you guys, I get invitations all the time. Hey, I'm doing this party. Will you come? Or hey, I'm selling this on Facebook. Will you join my group? All those kinds of things. And it's always through like it almost seems like it's a canned message. But if you take that time to actually talk to them, that's what's going to differentiate you from everybody else who's out there. So here's some of the scripts that you can use. So you can just say, oh, hey, so I would do it with, somebody had given me a person today. Oh my gosh. Hey, Lynn, it's so good to meet you. My name's Andrea. I work with Doterra Essential Oils. What do you already know about them? Right. Well, what are some of your health concerns? Because right now we're doing a really fun activity, and that as I talked about, I've fallen in love with essential oils over the last few years, and it's really blessed our family. And so we're doing this oil study where I get to invite just a few people, and they get to choose some free oil sample kit for sleep, pain, stress, allergies, or digestive. Then over 7 days, they get to learn a little bit, use the oils for that health issue, and enjoy the results. Now I can only invite 5 people, and because it's free and a ton of fun, they will go fast. So I wanted to ask you first, is there one of those areas that you'd like to use the oils for? And then you go through those areas again. Okay, why do we only say 5 people? because when there's a limit to something, whether it's a time limit or the amount of people, that gets that kind of gets that the FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, and we want them to be committed and to participate. So they say yes, awesome. Well, we really want you to get the best results. So we're going to do a kickoff Facebook Live in a private group, so you know how to use the oils. And at the end, so you can learn how to use the oils. And one at the end, so we can see how things went. During the week, there'll be some fun education and ways to win free oils. All of this will be done online so you can participate on the go. Does that work for you? So you want to get them committed, okay? So there's a pre-study follow-up that has, I actually have a questionnaire that will be done. I'm going to try to get it in a Google Doc. And then a during study follow-up. So how are you liking? So we want to make sure we're keeping up with these people. So you don't necessarily want to go out and do 50 people right away, right? Maybe do it just enough that you'll be able to keep up with for those 5 days. Okay, maybe it's 10 people that you can invite, or 5 people, whatever it is that you feel you can handle at that time. Okay, try to move the script. All right, so inviting the study participants. This is where we invite them in. So our team is passionate about serving and empowering our friends and family in both our local and non-local areas. We want to know what areas of health you may be struggling with and how natural solutions can serve you and our community. We have a limited amount of positions available for the study because we're going to be giving you a few oils to try. And we really want to keep a really personal touch with those that are invited. Would you be open? Yes? Great. We just want to make sure that we're inviting the right people. What I mean by that is that we want to make sure you'd be willing to attend a pre-study orientation, just so you know how to use what we'll be giving you. Participate in the short 5-day Facebook group or 7-day Facebook group to help continue to educate you, and finish with a post-study event so we can see how everyone did. Perfect. I'll reserve one of the spots for you. Okay. So these are the checkmark things that we would have them commit to, that they'll use the products for the study, and we'll help remind them. Attend the pre-study orientation and pre-study survey. Participate in our study Facebook group during the, I think it'll be 7 days, because the intro will be 1 day and then the exit will be the 7th day. So it'll be 5 days of them actually using the product. Participate in the post-study event and post-study survey, and then give us your honest feedback. We really want to serve you. Okay. And then there's the orientations, which is step 3, which will just teach the first half of the natural solutions class. And we'll go through all of these things in that, as far as welcoming them, the intention, let them know, hey, this is not a medical study, okay? This is just an opportunity for them to try a more natural product and to see how it works for them. And we want to set those expectations. And we're going to be doing challenges every single day for them to win free oils, but they're going to have to be on that post-study event in order to redeem them, okay? Seeing we're giving them all this stuff for free, that's the least we can ask for them, right? So do something fun and have them post. So we have some examples of that too. And maybe it would be like, hey, what study are you doing? What study are you doing? Because we're going to have all different people doing all different studies during this. And you as a leader must be active with your participants. You want to like, you want to comment, you want to be connected with them. If you just add them and disappear, then you're not going to have the results that you want. You truly are coming up right alongside them and helping them through this process. And again, if we do those things up front, like we do with our builders, what happens in the long run? They become independent from you, and they become confident in utilizing the products. And then that way in the long run, they're going to be way more independent. Okay. And step 4, the study. We've created graphics and posts that are already done and videos that we can use. I really think we should use our own videos, though. We have enough people to be able to do that if you guys want. And you guys, if nobody wants to participate in this with me, that's fine. I'm moving forward with it because I got to do something because of what I committed to, and I do what I commit to. So we want to do the post. We want to keep them to a minimum, like 1 educational post per day and 1 challenge post per day. But the more that we engage in calling and texting, the better results that we're going to have from the study. And then we're going to learn more about what their needs are along the way, so that at the end, we can absolutely connect them with the right starter kit for them. Okay. All right. Did I go too many? I hope not. Step 4. Okay. The secret to oil study enrollments. How do you help your study participants become excited about transitioning to purchasing an enrollment kit? So on the second to the last day of the study, You're going to have a special guest speaker who'll be giving a short but very powerful overview of an oil that is not in any of the oil study kits and not in the basic enrollment kits. During that Facebook Live, they'll let everyone know that if they tune into the post-study event the next day, they can learn how they can get it for free. This builds commitment to being on the post-study event and increases enrollments. And we can choose whatever oil it is that we want to feature based on whoever can teach about it best. And they have had a lot of success with turmeric, and I'm not about reinventing the wheel, so that might be the one that we actually choose. And so step 5 is the post-study event. And so to qualify for any of the oils that we're giving away during those daily challenges or the enrollment promo, they must be on the post-study event live. We might do a Zoom, we might do a live, we might do both, I'm not sure. Still trying to work out all of those kinks. So the keys to that event are, we're going to welcome everyone. We're going to reiterate the purpose of the week. And beforehand, we're going to ask 1 to 3 people who have had great experiences to share. So some testimonials. And we're going to let everyone know that the goal is to make sure they can leave with the tools to empower themselves. And here's the best way. So basically now we're going to go from testimonials in the class sheets Elise has, and we're going to go through the rest of the program. And then if we let them know if they purchase one of the enrollment kits or oil study kits in the next 48 hours, they will get a free bottle of turmeric or whatever it is that we decide we'd want to do. And then we announce the next study dates, and that when they enroll, they're also allowed to invite 5 people that they feel like it would serve. So do you see how easy that can go into, like booking a class from a class, right? And then having them comment turmeric if they plan on enrolling, or thinking if they aren't ready. So we can have that interaction going on in that post-study event. Okay. Oop. Okay. And so in finding builders, in the last 10 minutes of the post-study event, we're going to invite 2 people from our team to share their experience with sharing Doterra and the benefits it has blessed them with. So talk about how, it's amazing to combine your passion for serving others with the ability to support yourself financially, even though it may not have been your goal. Discuss the difference between hauling buckets and building a pipeline, and invite there be a couple of people maybe that would step up and talk about how their lives have changed. And we want to focus more on the options and experiences it has given you rather than the money. Okay. And so we'll see if we can't get some builders out of this too. And here are some sample kits for the study. Okay. So once they've agreed to participate and attend the pre-study, study and post-study events, they can receive their study sample kit and instructions. And we want to make sure that we're including a note that we put, like, do not start using before study or something like that ahead of time, especially if we're shipping it to them. Okay. And you guys, if you saw that shipping pirate that I posted, it is a great way to ship these things very inexpensively. So there's a digestive health study where it includes the Terrazyme, the peppermint, and the Digest Zen. And we do, of course, the Healthy Can Be Simple or the A to Z guide, something like that. And you would give them 7 Terrazyme capsules, 20 drops of peppermint, 20 drops Digest Zen, and 1 Healthy Can Be Simple. We have the sleep health study. Serenity, 7 Serenity soft gels, vetiver, and Serenity oil, 20 drops of each of those. Soothing pain and discomfort, we do the Deep Blue, 3 of the Deep Blue samples, Copaiba and Aroma Touch, 20 drops of each. And then if we're going to do the seasonal threats or allergies, that would be Tri-Ease, and then peppermint, lavender, lemon as your 3 with 20 drops for samples. Okay. And then the Healthy Can Be Simple. All right. So those are the sample kits. Oh, hold on. And we can also be creative with them. Maybe there's stress and anxiety too. Copaiba gel caps, Balance, and Citrus Bliss are those that we could do. You could do one for mental health, pets, back to school, and much more. Okay. I think we're going to keep it to the ones that are already that I've already talked about. So, and then there's study enrollment kits. You can either promote the doTERRA enrollment kits, or you can create custom kits, and both options work great to qualify them for the promo. Okay. And what you would do is have like an enrollment coupon that you would give them that says expires in 48 hours. So that means that they have to make their decision to get started within that time frame. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. I think that is it for the information on doing studies. You guys, if this is something that you want to check into more, look at partnering with me, just tell me below. If not, I'm good with that too. Again, it's something that I've been challenged to do. And I feel like for those of us who are big in the relationships, we have a lot of relationships in the top 5 of our strengths, or our top 10. This is a really great way to be able to serve someone, build those relationships with them as you're serving them, and being able to really get them to the point of where they want to get started. And because we've done all the things ahead of time. All right. If you have questions, let me know below. And I think that's it. All right, everyone, have an amazing rest of your day, and we will talk to you later.